Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on CBS News. I'm Michelle Miller in New York.
And I'm Holly Williams in Kyiv, Ukraine. Here's a look at the top stories we're following right now. On alert, Russia shows no signs of scaling back the roughly 100,000 troops it has massed on Ukraine's border, sparking fears of an invasion. Amidst the crisis, Vladimir Putin takes the world stage. How the Russian president is trying to shift accusations of aggression to the US and NATO. And the US fears Russia may create the illusion of a Ukrainian attack to justify an invasion. We take a closer look at how deepfake technology could lead to a real military conflict.
And here in the U.S., President Biden has laid out a new initiative to tackle crime. We'll speak with Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser about the federal effort to stop gun violence. Hundreds of thousands of people are without power from a brutal winter storm that is still impacting a large part of the country. And now the cold weather is also moving into the Northeast. We have the forecast. But first, we begin this afternoon with that tenuous situation continuing to evolve in Ukraine. The U.S. is now accusing Russia of plotting a fake Ukrainian attack to justify invading the country.
That's right, Michelle, and that alleged plot has all the makings of a Hollywood film. The Pentagon says this alleged plot could include the release of a propaganda video showing corpses, staged explosions and actors mourning the dead. While Russia denies the allegation, calling it nonsense, the US State Department says the country is sending mixed messages.
We are publicizing it now, however, in order to lay bare the extent of Russia's destabilizing actions towards Ukraine and to dissuade Russia from continuing this dangerous campaign and ultimately launching a military attack. Russia has signaled it's willing to continue diplomatic talks as a means to de-escalate, but actions such as these suggest otherwise.
Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has met with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping in Beijing in a united front against the West. Putin hailed Russia's close bond with China. This budding relationship could help Russia offset the effects of US sanctions if it invades Ukraine. With roughly 100,000 Russian troops massed on Ukraine's border, that country is looking down the barrel of a possible attack, despite Moscow's denial that it has any plans to invade Ukraine. But Ukraine is already at war against Russian-backed separatists, and the nearly 8-year-long conflict has killed over 14,000 people, according to the Ukrainian government. I travelled to the front lines in that war and spoke to Ukrainian soldiers. We're now heading towards the front line here in eastern Ukraine, heading out of the town where we stay when we come here. This is a part of Ukraine where we've actually spent a lot of time, starting back in 2014 when separatists started taking control of government buildings and then entire towns and cities in eastern Ukraine. That situation very quickly turned violent. It spiraled into a war with the separatists backed by Russia. And now you have a situation where part of eastern Ukraine, a corner of southeastern Ukraine, is actually controlled by those separatists, and the country is essentially cut in two. More recently, we've been coming back and visiting what is now a front line with Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian soldiers on one side, and the Russian-backed separatists on the other. In fact, last year, we visited the front line with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. We were actually choppered into the area, we came in on a helicopter, and then we walked through the trenches with the President. And we understand that he makes that trip quite often, presumably both to boost the morale of the soldiers and to get a sense for himself about what's happening on the ground. When we come here to the front line, we typically don't hear very much gunfire, if any at all. There is a ceasefire in place, although there are daily violations of that ceasefire, often hundreds of them, and you could be unlucky, which is why we wear this protective gear. Certainly Ukrainian soldiers have been unlucky, and we've heard that a civilian was hit by sniper fire in this area.
Yes.
You've had sniper fire?
Yes.
Come through here?
Yes.
When you get close to the front line, you start seeing the devastation that this war has caused. Farmland that's no longer productive and smashed up homes that people have had to leave behind. And when I see those places, I always think, whose home was that? Who lived there? Minefield. We've been walking now for quite a while, As you can see, the land here is really flat, or at most softly undulating, and that helps make sense of why they're fighting here with trench warfare. The trenches are where you take cover. This is not people hiding out in the mountains and fighting each other. This is not urban warfare. The soldiers are hunkered down in the trenches for their own safety. Why do you think Russia wants to treat Ukraine this way?
Because they want to control us.
They want to control you?
Yeah.
Why?
They need it because they want to have a safe borders from United States, from Europe.
They want a buffer
Yes.
zone.
Yes.
And they want Ukraine to be their buffer zone. That's what Russia wants.
Yes.
The Ukrainian frontline soldiers live out here beside the trenches. Their living quarters are over there, their kitchens over there. Everything is built underground, presumably both for protection and for heat. And they spend really long periods out here. The officer in charge here told us that he's already served 6 months out here on the front line, and he'll do another 2 months before he goes home. The Ukrainian soldiers always seem to have these pet dogs. Whoa! They always seem to have pet dogs near the front line, sometimes even pet cats. I guess they're good for morale. So this is what the trenches are like, and every time I come here, I'm just struck by how they look like something out of World War I. The Ukrainian soldiers are out here in all conditions. Right now it's obviously extremely cold, but we've been here in summer as well, when the entire trench just turns to mud. Now, this conflict has claimed more than 14,000 lives, according to Ukraine's government. One thing that's changed is what both sides are capable of. The Ukrainian military has become much more professional over the last 8 years. It's had nearly $3 billion in military assistance from the US. But on the other side, Russia has also really improved its military, its hardware has improved a lot, and the Ukrainians know that although they're willing to defend their country, they are massively outgunned and outnumbered by the Russians.
So how long do you think Ukraine can hold out against an invading Russian force?
Yeah, Michelle, we don't know what Ukraine's calculations are, and that's certainly not the kind of thing that they would want to make public. By all reports, the Ukrainian military has improved enormously in recent years. Since the last time that Ukraine was invaded by Russia back in 2014, when Russia seized control of the Crimean Peninsula, it's said to be more professional. It's had nearly $3 billion in US military assistance. Crucially, it's got Javelin anti-tank missiles from the US, but at the same time, Russia's military force has improved enormously, and everyone thinks there's an enormous imbalance there. In fact, the US has said that an invasion would be horrific.
What kind of weapons, and weaponry for that matter, do the soldiers have compared to that much larger Russian force?
Yeah, it's not so much what the Ukrainians don't have, it's what the Russians do have. So in the last few days, we've been watching Russian military hardware moving into Belarus. Belarus is a close ally of Russia. Some would even say a puppet state. It sits on Ukraine's northern border. Russia says that hardware is moving in there for military exercises that it has planned later on this month. So we've seen things, very impressive videos actually put out by Russia, showing Russian fighter jets, showing Russian missile systems. Now, experts tell us that Russia's technology isn't cutting edge. It doesn't compete with the US. Nevertheless, it's very impressive.
How do these soldiers feel about facing down a far larger enemy that could quickly overwhelm them?
Well, when they talk to us, they all typically sound very determined. They talk about Ukraine's independence. They talk about Ukraine's sovereignty. Remember that until roughly 30 years ago, this country was part of the Soviet Union until it collapsed. They talk about protecting their young democracy. You know, the other thing that's really interesting is that people here in Ukraine do not seem to be panicking at all. Now, perhaps that's because they have a different threat assessment about the likelihood of an invasion. Perhaps it's because the government here has consistently urged calm because it realizes that panic could be destabilizing. Or perhaps also it's because people here have lived with Russian aggression for years. So for them, the Russian threat is not a possibility. It's just a daily reality.
Yeah, perhaps like that analogy of the frog in that slow boiling water. We just don't know at this stage. But Holly, you're keeping us honest. Thank you. Holly Williams in Kyiv, Ukraine. And we'll have more of your reporting coming up in the next half hour.